everybody, it's Miss Marie, and today we're going to be doing our paint along Fireflies in a jar. If you don't have a kit, you can call the library, see if we have any left. And we have in there, you have the paints and the canvas and everything that you need, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I hope you have fun. Give yourself some time to let things dry in between and enjoy. Okay, so in your painting kit, you should have gotten a canvas, a paintbrush, a sponge, some paints, like a paint set, and a paper that has the picture of a mason jar on it. Things you're gonna need from home are some water, scissors, pencil, maybe some paper towels, paper plates for mixing, and newspaper to put your canvas on. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is turn it over and use a scissor to carefully remove the plastic from the canvas. Most of your canvases are wrapped in plastic. I don't want to scratch the canvas, that's why I turn it over. I've got my canvas here, and we're going to use it the long way. And to make our sky, we're going to make our sky look like it's dark, it's very dark at the top and a little bit light towards the ground, and then we're going to put some grass down here. So I'm going to be mixing some paints on my paper plate. I am going to use some black and some blue and some white. I'm going to start darkest here and then blend in the blue and then blend in the white till I get to about maybe 3/4 of the way down, and then I'm going to leave the rest to be green. All right. I'm just putting some white into the blue now. Rinse off and come back and do the green. I'm going to use a clean part of the plate. Here, let me move it up a little bit so you can see. And I am going to mix a little white in with the green. And that's that. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to come back and add some details. Okay, I didn't let it dry all the way because I am going to go in now and add some blades of grass on the ground. I put a little yellow and a little brown onto my plate. There's still a little bit of white in the green too. And I'm going to just sort of mix it up and make just varying colors that could be grass colors. And I'm going to mix it on my plate. And I'm just going to come in here and start adding very skinny little strokes with the side of my brush. I'm holding my brush sideways. You could also use the tip of your brush if that is easier for you to control. And I'm just gonna kind of go in there and add some colors, all different like browns, yellows, greens to mix together to make it look like blades of grass. Nothing, no grass is exactly all green because the light hits it differently, or maybe it's got different amounts of water that it gets. So it all looks a little bit different. And so we're gonna go in and just do some of that all the way across, little bits. All right, I'm gonna let that dry and then we'll come back and we'll put some more stuff on. Make sure you clean your brush first. Okay, so now it's all dry. If you wanted to use a blow dryer on cool setting, just ask it to run up first and that will help it dry faster. And I am going to now show you, I cut out my mason jar and I made sure I got those little ridges around the side. And I'm gonna trace it onto my canvas with a pencil. I'm gonna do it sort of like like it's on its side, maybe it's tipped over a little bit. We're just gonna trace the shape of the mason jar. We'll add the details later. I'm sure you know that you should never keep any kind of bug or insect in a jar. That's why there's no top on this one. We're not gonna keep the fireflies in there. They're gonna be escaping. So there's the shape of my jar. Let me make sure I did it dark enough at the bottom here. I might have to go a little darker. And then I am going to, go around and highlight that. We're gonna add some fireflies. Oh, I wanted to also maybe make mine, kind of want to see them coming out in like the shape of sort of like a heart, a swirly heart. So that's up to you if you want to do that. I'm gonna make a swirly heart like that. So that's where they're going to be coming out later. I'm going to put some more fireflies on that. The next thing we can do is to get some white paint. I have a clean brush, clean paper towel, clean plate. And for this part, we're going to be doing mostly just white and then yellow. So I'm going to put some white, actually I'm going to put a lot of white on my plate and then some yellow. And that's going to be for the fireflies, but we're not going to get there yet. I'll just put some on there. Okay, so I'm going to start outlining white. I might use the tip of my brush. Let's see if I can do it with just the tip. If you want to, you can use this or you can use the other part of it just to try to get precise lines of your outline. I'm going to connect across like this to make the top of the jar. I'm going to add a little sort of half arch to the bottom like that. Good. All right. now we can start adding some fireflies. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can use your brush, you can use a Q-tip if you want, or you can use your finger. So I think I'm gonna, well, let's see. Let me try my finger first. Let me use my pinky. Put a little bit of white and a little bit of yellow, and I'm gonna make just a little stamp right there, and then a stamp there, a stamp there, a little bit more. And some can be very tiny, some can be bigger. And I'm gonna put some coming up out of the jar. Sorry, let me move this down so you can see what I just did. I'll put some more down here and some in the grass, some here, some there, some very tiny ones. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry and see what I've done so far. And then we're gonna come in and just shade the glass a little bit and we'll be done. Okay, so now I wanna add a little sort of like shading to my jar. So I'm gonna take a paper towel and I'm gonna put it in the white paint just a little bit, not too much. I'm gonna wipe off a lot of it, just a tiny little bit. And I'm gonna rub it over my glass jar, very thin, even thinner than that. Let's go really, really thin. Maybe I'll use my sponge, dip it in water a little bit. I'm not happy because some of my little fireflies got too whited out. Put a little bit more in there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And then I can always go back in and touch up any of the parts that I wasn't happy with. Like I got a little bit of white here. So I can take a little bit of the black and just go over that just to cover that up. I can go back and erase that line if I want to. Let's see. I can erase the line in between where I drew that heart before. It's not that important, but if I like to, I can do that. And so, there you have it. The fireflies flying out of the jar on a summer night. Alright, I hope you had fun, and I will see you soon at the library. Happy summer!